Hey guys, what's going on? James here from Home 61, making a new video for the Real Estate Sales Academy. Going to be a really great video today. What we're going to be breaking down is a way for new agents to start building rental leads and start building out their network from getting rental leads and being able to, in the future, add those people to their network, and then obviously end goal is to start closing sales and maintaining future business. So this is just a really awesome tool called Rentlinx that I'm going to be showing you today. Basically, it's very simple, really not that difficult, but I'm going to show you some really cool tips and tricks that are going to boost the amount of leads you get from the system, and hopefully you can gain some more closings from it. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, you're going to have to pull up your MLS. Then we're going to go to rent. So pull that up. And then now we got to find some properties that we're going to be able to advertise through this. It's really awesome. You're able to pull properties from the MLS, even if it's not your listing. And so what you'll be able to do is gain leads from posting it across multiple different websites. I'll show you all the websites here in a second. But basically, it's not an issue if it's not your listing, because what's really great about it is that we have blogging. That's this right here. Blogging, yes, no. What this is going to tell you is whether or not you're able to advertise online. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. Let's find some properties. So the first thing I recommend doing is going to price. Right now we're going to look for some single family homes across Miami-Dade. So let's go ahead and do 2,000 plus. Well, let's find that plus. There we go. So the reason why I highly recommend that you do 2,000 plus is because if you go anything below that, you'll eventually find like a good lead, but you're going to get a lot of leads that really aren't that great. You're going to have a ton of quantity, and you're going to spend a lot more time filtering out these leads rather than going and meeting these clients. Let's go ahead and go down to the next thing. Right here, we're going to go ahead and select single. With that too, we're going to do unfurnished. The reason why I say unfurnished is because past experience. I have listed multiple different furnished properties, and really the big issue with that is that you get zero leads. That's just the bottom line. So don't worry about that. Definitely just do unfurnished. Not saying that if you did a furnished one you wouldn't get a lead, but I received pretty much only one or two throughout hundreds and hundreds of properties that I've posted on this website. So days on market, this is a really big key for when you're starting out. You want to do 30 minus. That's going to give you plenty of selection, while at the same time not lowering your chances for getting a house that's pretty much already about to go under contract, because 30 days tends to be how long a rental stays on market, like maximum. So you're really alleviating risk of having to change the amount of properties you have up, because that's one thing I'll get into later, is really how you maintain Rentlinx. But let's go here. We're going to go ahead and hit blogging yes, because I mean, for legal sake, you have to. If it says blogging no, that means the agent and the owner or pretty much the owner has not given permission for that agent to post it on these advertising sites, Zillow, apartments.com, places like that. So there we go. Another thing to really watch out for, I don't ever put anything here, but it's available date. So for available date, you really don't want to go something that's too far in the future, because you're just wasting time, because that house won't be on the market until then, and there's not much you can really do. All right, so let's go ahead and go back up here. So we got the single, really, I don't, bedrooms, bathrooms shouldn't really matter. Where what's really going to matter is that you're not listing a house that's way outside of its market value, because these people that are coming to you through these mediums, these websites, are really going to just be not one, rarely working as an agent. Had a few cases where an agent was on there, which is kind of weird because why are you not on the MLS, but whatever. And then those people aren't really working with that agent, so they're thinking they're talking with the listing agent, and they're just going to come in and like rent it at the price they don't even think to negotiate. So when it comes down to the leads that you're going to be getting, that's kind of going to be their mindset, and that's something we'll get into a little bit later, is more of the mindset of these people. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the map. Alright, so really the places that I tend to have a decent amount of luck is down here in the Coral Gables area. A lot of houses right there, and it's close to downtown, which is really nice. And then also up here, Buena Vista, kind of, this is a Miami Design District too. This is a really cool spot because it's really close to that design district, while at the same time not terribly far from the downtown area, and just a quick drive to the beach, which is why it's a nice, little bit better area than Coral Gables, Coral Way in my mind. Even though it's more of a Coral Way, not Coral Gables. Coral Gables definitely has higher quality houses out there, and sometimes bigger lots, not always though. And then I also like doing places up here in the Miami Shores area. So let's go ahead and go down here to this Coral Way. So this is 2300, it's 2-1. It's pretty solid, 2 stories. No, it's a unit 2, so it's probably just a duplex. I don't really want to do that. And we got one over here by the roads, 3-2, 3400. That's pretty solid. Let's see if we can find a good one. Alright, 3-2, 2500 out here. Alright, this one is pretty solid. You're probably going to have a decent amount of traction coming from that. So what we're going to do is look, okay, square footage, 1932, that's really awesome. Let's check out the pictures, see what we have. Nice front, and kitchen's not terrible. We've got a backyard, parking spaces. Definitely dated, but at 2500 in this area, it's not awful. Let's see what else we got out here. Alright, now this I like a lot. Alright, so this is updated. This is really great. 3-2, 3100. Alright, so this is going to be the house that I'm going to run through for us. So what we're going to do now is just take in that address, put it here in the website, just to point out one more time, rentlinx.com. That's where you're going to go. This is the main page. We're going to go ahead and type in the address, 38th Street. And actually, one thing I want to do is here, you want to differentiate yourself. Since it is blogging, yes, it's going to be on a couple of these websites automatically. Either somebody's already put there, or if someone hasn't put it out there, then it may already be on there, just because, for instance, Zillow pulls straight from the Miami Association of Realtors MLS. So as we look at this, let's go ahead and just say the unit, just say, you can just put B on the end, or sometimes what I like to do is just do 6500 like that, just because that's what this is, the street number. So then we're going to do Miami. Wait, actually, yeah, it is Miami. Florida zip code is 33155. Cool. Now, email address, we're just going to put in a random one. I'm just going to do james.wilson@home621.com. Cool. Start your free 30-day trial. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, so right now it's a house, right? So we got a house. See, it's already got that address in there for us. Now it's going to verify. Okay, the address. Use suggested address. I recommend you just do that. Bedrooms. we know it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Don't put a half bath because there isn't one, and $3,100 a month for rent. Optional unit information. This is big because something I noticed is the available date is for May 1st. And now because of that, we're going to go over here. Going to go ahead and select that May 1st date. Oops. Alright, so since we did that May 1st date, if you want to put in the square footage, if it's nice, that's like 1,800 square feet, yeah, might as well. Does everyone pay that much attention to a rental? Not always. They kind of just want to see that it looks nice and appears nice. So, alright, so we'll go ahead and hit next there. A big question I get usually is up there, asked deposit. And the deposit's always going to be 3 months. And if you have someone that's relocating and you put the 3 months on there and they're coming from a place where it's typically first and deposit, so only 2 months of rent, if you put that, then they're going to see that and then they're going to be like, oh no, why would I pay 3 months? I'm going to just pay 2 months. I'm just going to click on the house just down the street from you. And guess what? That house down the street, it's still 3 months, but at the same time, they didn't put it on there. So they still goes to that house, go see that house, and like that house. And they're like, you know what? Okay, everyone's 3 months. Okay, well, I like this house and I actually saw it, so I'm going to go ahead and put my offer on here. So that's one thing you definitely want to avoid. What I recommend here. All right, let's see here. There we go. Just copy the remarks right here. It's that simple. Just copy it. Look in, make sure there's nothing in there that's, to maybe catered to the other agent, like says only weekend showings. But now if you're an agent and you're like, I only can work on the weekends because for some reason, I have another job or I just had a kid, whatever, then what you can do is just put in here, I would recommend just doing this, weekend showings only, just like that. If you're able to show it whenever, then don't. All right. Year built doesn't really matter. All this information is not gonna help you. Not gonna boost anything. I've tried it all. Not one has really provided more leads than the other. So here we've got the general amenities. You can, if it has a pool, make sure you click it. If that's something that people are going to care about, unfurnished, okay. But in reality, all these amenities, some websites boast them better, and you can actually easily compare. But like someone like Zillow, if you look and you've tried to look, it's pretty tough to actually find like what differentiates a house. And when it comes down to rentals, people don't care. Again, it's all about how it appears, how it looks. So, lease lengths, doesn't matter. Pet policy, I personally don't ever put anything there because what I do know is that this place, or this pet policy, if you put small dogs allowed but no big dogs or no dogs allowed, whatever, it's going to shrink the amount of people that actually call into you for leads. So what I always do is I just leave it blank. If someone comes in, they have a dog and this place doesn't allow dogs, okay, cool. Guess what? I'm a real estate agent. I will be able to take you to the next house and I'll find you one that's just as great as this one, but it'll allow your 70-pound dog, it'll allow your pit bull, whatever. So here, like utilities, I just recommend you don't put anything there. Really, it's not going to make a difference. Choose up to 10 photos. So this is the next key. Really, this one has 32 pictures. So you want to go through and select the ones that really look the greatest. So here, what I highly recommend is just like this first pic here, a picture of that front. Picture of the front. Then you want to show a picture of the bedrooms is the next big one. So let's go ahead and see if we can find a picture of a bedroom. Alright, so this one right here, that shows a pretty solid bed size, which means that there's a lot of space. This is probably the master. If it's not, that's just even a bonus. But right here, we're going to head and we would use this pic. The best way to do it is just come right here, save image as, and you're going to download it. For the sake of not overwhelming this computer, I'm not going to actually do it. But normally how I do it is I make a new folder. I'd come up here, hit new folder, type in the folder as Rentlinx, or sometimes like I've done MLS, and just create a folder that you're going to automatically, every time that you log into Rentlinx and you're pulling pictures off the MLS, you just put them there. Then you come up, you click the choose up to 10 photos, you're going to upload them. So going back to what we were talking about, which pictures to use. Bedrooms. So a picture like this that shows great size, that's awesome. Use that. And then before even bathroom, make sure you get that kitchen. Like that kitchen is huge. There's usually one person in the family that loves having a kitchen and wants to cook and enjoys it. So you really want to show off that kitchen. Right here is a really great picture, but I might even use two just to show this part right here, the cooking area. So that's going to give you a good angle there, while this one also gives you a good angle of the rest of it and the size and how many cabinets there are, because that's really big too. Got to have that storage space. So now you're going to use those pictures of the bedrooms. If you once you get those bedrooms nailed and down, next thing is I recommend using bathrooms. If there's a pool, that is a must. You should put that in the picture. And then we got a pretty solid looking backyard back here. So right here, that's a good picture. This is even better. So I would even use this picture right here. This is the one I'd use. Shows you some green and also a really cool area where you could put a table, a picnic table, some type of outdoor furniture. Really, other than that, that's pretty much good with the pictures. You're going to just hit choose up to 10 photos. You're going to download them, and boom. You're going to upload them right into here. Photos are going to pop up. What I do have, you're able to rename them so that people know master bedroom, second bedroom, third bedroom, outdoor living space, living room, whatever. You can type those in. If you want to go there, you can. Typically, the more detailed you are with the photos, I do see a marginal increase there in terms of leads, but it's not necessary. If you're going just for volume, making sure that your properties are updated and going like performing, then it's not necessary to have to do that. So here we go. We're going to hit next. We're just not going to upload any photos right now. And then you're just going to type in your account information here. James Wilson, company name, Home 61, choose company type. I usually just say either agent or broker. I highly recommend just saying broker. That's usually the best way to go about it. And then, I mean, if you're using this as a landlord or a property manager, then of course you're going to hit yes for the collect the rent, but most of the time you're not going to. So, especially if you're not the listing agent. And then make sure you use the correct phone number, because you're going to have people calling you, and you're also going to have leads coming into your email when people inquire about them online. Website, I usually just put Home 61, but if you're an agent, you have your own little website, then go ahead and put that in there. That way people can go there, see who you are, and be like, okay, this guy's really awesome, sweet. Then you just do your password, submit the property. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and log into my actual one. Leave. Let's go here. Oh, shoot. Alright. So, since we have this right here, we are going to go ahead and See, this says active, but technically it's not active. When you want to add a new property, you click this button here. And you can limit yourself to 20. 20 properties, that's going to be your best option. 20 properties is going to be really hard to maintain, and I wouldn't say really hard, but it's going to take up a good amount of your time. So what you do here is you add new properties, and when you add those new properties, you're going to do one thing with the other side, which is, this is the property we liked. We're going to come down here. We're going to hit carts, right? All right, so we've got all these people. Got my cross property, which is one that's already on your MLS. But say Johnny Appleseed, this is the one I use for these. That's just say you. I would recommend just call it Rentlinx. You know, it's just gonna make it that much simpler. But right here, Johnny Appleseed, you're gonna hit add to. Now you have a cart, right? So let's go ahead and view that cart. Maybe. All right. So right here, this is great. If you see, I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. All right, so this is gonna be your saving grace in terms of time. This is gonna save you so much time when you update your properties, because I recommend every other day get on to Rentlinx, pull up your MLS, pull up this cart, and look. Was there a change in price? Did this drop? Is it 3,100 2 days from now? Maybe it's 2,950. That's just going to increase the amount of leads you get. So the more updated your property is, the better. Right here, 3,100. Okay, hasn't updated. Obviously, we just put it on, but right here, okay, it's still active. So if that goes pending sale, I would recommend just go ahead and start looking for a new property. How many people have seen a lease go down? It's very rare. Once that lease is signed and good to go, it's very rare that it goes off a market. And we know if it says AC, that just means that CTL is signed, but there's been more than likely that's still going to go through if that's CTL signed. But as you can see here, we have a temporary off market. Okay, so since it's temporarily off market, 212 Northeast 46th Street. This is a property that I put on my actual Rentlinx account. There, excuse me. There we see, okay, temporarily off market. Let's go ahead and pull that off of our Rentlinx account and get a new one up. So you're just going to do that same thing, run that search, how we were doing earlier. Rental, come back here, type in the price, 2,000, go. Now, if you're running your Rentlinx account and you're not getting a lot of leads, maybe you have 4 or 5 of your 20 properties just not performing, at least to the extent that you want it to, then you can always lower the price range, go down to the 1,800 plus. And if you want to do condos, what I highly recommend with condos, they're really difficult in areas like Brickell, Edgewater, Miami Beach, which are very condo heavy, but also at the same time, they are very, they're farmed quite highly. And there's already agents, so many agents. Like, I posted one unit because it was a really good price one time, and I looked at Zillow and I looked at apartments.com because I wasn't getting any leads. And I was like, how am I not getting any leads from this? And I looked and I found out, oh, well, the reason why I'm not getting any leads is because there's about 5 people with this property. So I'm competing with 5 different listings that are doing exactly what I'm doing on Zillow, on apartments.com, on HotPads, like. And so that's the reason why I try to stay away from those areas. But if you live in an area, let's do like 1,400 plus, where you have some, cheaper condos. Let's do a condo. Then I'm going to go down here. We want to go do unfurnished. We're going to do yes. We're going to do 30 minus. Right? Who cares about that? Let's go ahead and run it. For instance, down here in like Coral Gables, let's go actually more towards Miami-Dade. See, this is like a 1,400, unit 13. You know, I like if you need some more, you just need some content. And you live right here in Dayland. Okay, go ahead and post some of these cheaper rentals, right? See, like a 1400 in this area, you'll get tons of people. Are they going to be great? No, you're going to weed them out a little bit, but you know what? There's probably going to be one or two that go through, which is just that much better. We got a 1900 here. That's pretty solid. It's a 2-2. Might as well. Right. No, 2300, 2-2. Still not bad. I definitely recommend if you're going to do condos, though, try to stay a little bit like around 2000 or lower. Definitely want to go too high because otherwise it's probably being advertised 1700, 1650. See, that's not bad. But okay, I think you get the point there. So as long as you keep adding those properties to that cart, you're gonna be in good shape. That's good. It's gonna bother me, so let's go ahead and put that down. All right, awesome. Just make sure that you're keeping these updated. You want this to be updated, and if you don't update it for a while, it's going to show you over here. See that it says mark is updated. When it is been a while since you have updated it, obviously here it shows 1 minute, even though it's been a bit longer. So once it's been like a day or two, if you let that go to like 7 days without being updated, it's going to start falling lower and lower in terms of popping up on Zillow, popping up on apartments.com, just because it hasn't been updated, and they know a lot of times that won't ever get updated. People just leave it be and don't ever take it off, and eventually once it expires, they just pull them all off. So you just want to make sure you keep that updated. Yeah, see, it's too soon for that, but that's pretty much what you need to do there. Keep updating them, keep that cart going, and from here, really, you should be looking at 9 to 10 extra leads a month if you updated, a decent amount. But if you're on this every day, I've seen leads go from 20 to 30 leads a month, and that's really where you should be at. You really want to see 3 or 4 per property, because those ones that don't perform and they only provide you with 1 lead or 0 leads through an entire month, you got to get those off. There's a reason why. Maybe it's just overpriced, or the pictures aren't good. You really, if it's not like, even if it's a really good priced unit, but the pictures are terrible, I would still hesitate, because people are going to see it as possibly a fake listing, or maybe it's off market. There's still agents out there that are taking pictures, and you'd think it's with a flip phone. So pictures are really key here. What else am I missing here? I want to make sure I get all of you guys information. But really, just when you do this, you want to make sure that you're posting. I can't stress this enough. Keep the 20 properties up. It's going to be, you get 1 free month. So your first month is free. By then, you should have a closing. What's really amazing is the mindset I want to talk about. The mindset behind the people. I talked about it a little bit earlier. When these people come in, they're coming from Zillow. They're coming from apartments.com. See if I can show you all the websites. No, it's not ready yet. But let's go. Right here, Show Me the Rent, which is pretty much Rentlinx's own website. Really, honestly, it's not that great. But it posts to Realtor, it posts to Trulia, it posts to Zillow, apartments.com, RadPad, like Trulia's like huge. That's going to be one of your biggest ones. Apartments.com is going to give you tons of leads. This is really, it's really awesome. But when these people come in from these websites, you got to remember that, like, they think, one, they're not working with a realtor for one or two reasons. The one reason is they just hate real estate agents. They think that they're, scheming. All they care about is their commission. And in Miami, if you're a new agent coming in, you're going to realize, yes, there are actually quite a bit of people that are definitely out here scheming. But in terms of that mindset, there's also another one, and it's just the fact that they don't realize real estate agents work on the buy side of, and they don't charge a fee here in Miami, which is big because you go elsewhere, and a lot of times the real estate agents will help on rentals, but they charge, a certain like type of transaction fee or a finder's fee or something. So that though, you got to keep that mindset in mind, because when you call these people, these leads, and if they're like, oh yeah, I saw that, I don't really remember which one that is, can you send it to me? Oh, you know what, I'm not really that interested, thank you though, have a great day. And that's where I see people go wrong, because what they see is, oh, this guy's not interested, dang it, I lost a lead. No is just the beginning of a conversation. Oh, I'm not interested, that's just the beginning. All right, awesome, cool, don't worry about it. I'm the specialist in this area, I live just down the street here in South Miami, so let me tell you what, there's a really cool 2-2 apartment. I know that you're looking for a 2-bedroom house, but let's go ahead and go into that apartment because you're going to find a better price, and you're also down here, we can get some good square footage in these 2-2s. So, which is really cool. I mean, like, you have to have that pitch, you have to have that mindset. It's not, you can't just hear no and just go, okay, well, shoot. No, you got to pitch yourself, because you pitch yourself that one time, oh, you know what, yeah, go ahead and take me to a few more places. And what people might realize is be like, you know what, I don't want to work with a real estate agent. Okay, I understand that. I know you're from New York. I just want to make sure that like, my services are free. Like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to protect you. And I want to. You seem like a really cool person. Like, I really, this conversation's been kind of enjoyable. Whatever. It's a pitch. You got to learn your pitch. How are you going to sell these people? That's a lot of that personality that Real Estate Sales Academy's been talking about all the time. How do you sell? How do you get referrals? Like, you got to find yourself. Once you find yourself, then you need to know how to pitch yourself. What's your 30-second pitch of why this person should work with you and not go searching on their own? Tell them you're going to take time off their hands. You're going to be able to shoot them properties. They go to work. They come back from work. They have a whole list to look through. Again, I recommend with rentals, you don't just send them 30 properties. Send them 3, 4, but make sure that they're quality, Really take your time. Look at what if they came in looking at this one house, okay, you've got their taste. Why were they interested in it? Was it the price, or was it what it contained? Did it have a pool? Did it have a ton of space? Was it 2,200 square feet? All right, so they're looking for space. They have a family. All right, we got to find a house with space, family. That's probably not going to work for a condo. So let's go ahead and start looking into maybe 3-2s that are maybe in a little bit lower price range, or have something that house was missing. So that's just the stuff you got to keep in mind. Now, going to the showing. This is something people get really nervous about. They're like, oh, so I'm going to show up and I'm not going to be the listing agent. The listing agent's going to be there. I'm super nervous. Like, what if they ask me, like, wait, I thought you were the listing agent? Yeah, that's going to happen. How are you going to handle that? You got to handle that with full confidence. Yeah, this is my go-to when I would go on showings. It's just straight, yeah, so I'm a real estate agent as well. This is the listing agent. Introduce them. But what I do is I help advertise their properties so that they can fill it faster and get tenants in there quicker, so that the owner can start making that rental income. So why I'm here is just to make sure, I represent you in terms of making sure that we don't mess up on the contract lease. They don't put something in the lease that shouldn't be there. I'm here to just protect you. I'm free. I don't charge a fee. Like, don't worry about it. Pretend like I'm not here. I'm going to point out some things in terms of the price. Maybe if they tell us something, oh, the owner's not going to cover landscaping or pool maintenance, then I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be up front with you. Hey, you know what? Like, let's go look at this place down the street. It's only $50, $100 more. It's about the same house, but the owner's going to cover the pool and the landscape maintenance. So little things like that. You just got to know how to pitch yourself. Come off confident. Don't worry about it. Down here, like, sometimes people get nervous about the listing agent. What's the listing agent going to think? Listing agents don't care. It's blogging, yes. Like, they have it on there for a reason. It's because they want to get it rented. That listing agent wants to make money too. Don't forget that. Like, the listing agent's here to make money. They don't want to keep going on rental showings all the time. That agent wants to go, they got sales to do, So going into that a little bit more is you just got to come off confident. And a cool story behind that is we had an agent that was doing this. The tenant showed up and was like, "No, I don't want to work with an agent." Got really upset and heated that that one of our agents was there to like represent them and they didn't ask for it. And then basically you just have, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, I'll leave. Don't worry about it. Like, I'll leave." And he started like walking out the door, and the listing agent was chasing him out. "Oh, come on, don't worry about it. If they rent, I'll still give you your commission. Thank you so much." Super excited like that this agent was advertising and promoting her property. Like, that's just the mindset. These agents, these listing agents, if they're a listing agent on a rental, they've probably done a sale before, and they've probably done the sale for that house. So you got to keep that in mind. They want to do sales. If you're doing this, that means you need more rental income. You need more that quicker income rather than having to wait 45, 50, 60 days for that commission to come in from a sale deal. But here's just a great way to get that extra monthly income coming from rentals. Really start getting that pitch down. And it's going to really, this is a lot harder than dealing with, a lead that comes in through your company's website or a lead that comes from a referral, because you're going to get your pitch down. And if you can start getting in and selling these places, then you're going to realize that you're going to be able to sell houses soon. This is like a really great step to getting into selling just as a whole, because there's going to be a lot of objections. These leads don't want to work with you. And that's the reason they're not working with an agent. But guess what? You're going to pitch yourself, you're going to get good at it, and then you're going to start seeing that income coming in, while at the same time you're going to become more and more confident, getting more closings, and overall just continuing to build out your business as a real estate agent and becoming better and better and better. And that's what every step you need to be doing, coming out of your comfort zone. That time when you're really nervous, the client's being a little, frustrated or whatever with you, you're going to learn how to handle that disappointment. You're going to learn how to handle that frustration and really convey it into a closing. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't want to take too much more time here. That is Rentlinx for you. This is a great way to really come in, start getting closings, start getting rentals, and building your own business from the ground up and starting to build out your network, not relying on other people to do it for you or paying monthly for rent leads. But overall, $70 a month. By your first month, you should have the entire year paid for. You should have 1-2 closings within your first 30 days. Really, it's whether or not you are going to actually do the work. Put in the work. Just do it. Just make sure there's 20 properties up. Make sure you update them every other day, every other 2 days. Like, this needs to be something 2-3 times a week that you are on, making sure that you are ready to go and that you're going to actually make some more money. That's all I got to say. Like, you just got to do it. But other than that, guys, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions, you want to learn more about this, and you have some insights of your own you want to share with me, that's really great. Just shoot me an email, james@home61.com. It's really whatever. I'm definitely free. If you want to give me a call, that's great too. Shoot me a text, 317-519-4085. Would love to chat with you, talk more about Rentlinx, or building out your own business, the sales mentality, handling objections, whatever. Just give me a call or text message, email, like I said. But other than that, guys, have a good one, and keep continuing to watch Real Estate Sales Academy. It's really great. Love it. It's a lot of fun watching all these videos, creating all these videos with Peter and Adam. But really, the content is amazing, and I really love these guys. So other than that, I'll catch you later. Peace.